Hello, hello, my girlie. Welcome to Talks with Sae, the only late night, thought provoking, giggle inducing lifestyle and girl talk podcast for my ladies whose days melt into their nights. I'm Zahra, your tulip loving, heels obsessed host who, just like you, is trying to figure it all out while finding moments of balance, discipline, and self above else. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to Talks with Sae and turn on your notifications so you don't miss an episode. So tonight, girlie, we're going to finally fall in love with Sundays by diving into all things summer Sunday mornings. But first, let's do an exercise together. So I want you to take a deep breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and exhale. Again, take a deep breath. Hold it, hold it. Hold it just a little longer and exhale. Now close your eyes and repeat after me. My ultimate summer morning looks like, and fill in the blank. So let's chat about summer Sunday mornings. I know you've seen the content, especially on YouTube, especially on TikTok, on Instagram, but I think that summer Sunday mornings are just extra special for so many reasons. Normally Sundays we're rushing to prepare for the week, but with it being summer and with the days being longer and the sun out shining, doing her thing, this is literally the perfect time. This is the perfect 13 weeks to test out your ideal Sunday morning. So, you know how I just asked you, what is your ultimate summer morning? What does that actually look like? Whatever you just said, whatever that answer was, these next 13 weeks, this next season, this summer is the perfect time to test out that ultimate summer morning for you. There are a couple of things I want to touch on when it comes to summer Sunday mornings and just summertime, Sundays, the morning, etc. The first thing is your routine shouldn't be set in stone. Again, this summer and just these 13 weeks is the perfect time for you to really test out that routine. Hence why it doesn't have to be set in stone. I think that's the beauty of summer. It's when we all suddenly want to go out more and we all just want to enjoy life, and it allows us, because we feel that way, because so many of us feel that way and more of us have time off. Some Sunday mornings will be rushed while others will be slow and peaceful, but having specific things you do and don't do for every Sunday is so important for your well-being. And, when I think about the summertime, I definitely think about adventures. I definitely think about using way more sunscreen than I normally do, and I already use a lot of sunscreen. You should be too. But in addition to that, summertime for me, and hopefully for you as well, I instantly think about my well-being. I think about, this is my chance for me to really hone in on taking care of myself in new ways, in ways that I really enjoyed as a kid, or I enjoyed when I was younger. I think the summertime is the perfect time to also really check back in with your inner child, and also check back in with, the hobbies that you loved to do as a little girl. I highly recommend to get in touch with younger you. What did 5-year-old you enjoy, girlie? What did 10-year-old you enjoy? Check back into that. Try those things again. And maybe now as an adult, you won't like them, but that's okay. That's okay, right? It's the time to test things out. So I know a lot of us are striving for some big goals, and as a result, we're constantly working and we're constantly filling up our to-do lists and our calendar. But girlie, this summer is the perfect time to start saying no to more work And yes, to more things that force you to be present and step out of your comfort zone. After all, the saying goes, you grow when you step out of your comfort zone. But in addition to growing, you meet you all over again. I think the summertime is the perfect time to reintroduce yourself to you, to learn new things about yourself, to step out of your comfort zone. And again, see what works, what doesn't work for you, especially when it comes to your summer Sunday morning routine or just your summer Sunday routines and rituals. Another point I want to touch on is don't copy, but be inspired. Girlie, it's absolutely okay to be inspired by your favorite influencers or creators' routines, but use those as inspiration, not things to copy to a T, because their needs and their wants and their desires and their goals and lifestyles are so different from yours. And so if you try and copy their routines that they've edited and then posted online, it's not going to be authentic to you, right? It's not going to be for you. And you want a routine that is specific for you. You want a routine that really allows you to nurture yourself, and that really allows you at the end of summer, at the end of this year, to be like, you know what? I really enjoyed my summer. I was really present this summer. I did this and I did that and I liked it. Or I did this and I hated it, but I learned from it. Or I know I'll never do that again, So be inspired by those routines, but don't copy them to a T. You can implement bits of them to your own routine, but again, don't copy them to a T. The next thing I want to touch on is something I call the 60-40 summer rule. So for me, Sundays are sometimes my favorite days, and other times they're my most dreaded day, because normally I use Sunday as my maintenance days. It's my self-care day. It's my reset day. But in the summer, I like to double down and remove as much as possible to my maintenance routine. So I'll give you an example. Normally, my skincare routine is, I believe, 6 steps. But in the summer, it's 3 to 4, with lots of sunscreen and water-based moisturizers being the focal point. Because again, the sun is out, she's doing her thing, and while she's doing her thing, she emits UV rays, and that's damaging to our skin, right? Another thing is I may spend the entire day on upkeep, planning out my entire week, my meals, things like that. But in the summer, I give myself the 60-40 rule, which is 60% of my week has to be spontaneous. Spontaneous in the sense of I'm trying new things for most of the week. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone for most of the week. I'm being much more present for most of the week. I'm saying yes to things that make me feel good much more. I'm saying no to additional work. I'm really enjoying my summer. I'm really allowing myself to be present in the summer. That is the 60% of my week. And the other 40% is, I don't have to tell you, girlie, This is something I started implementing last year. And girlie, when I tell you it has changed my life for the better, the memories, unbelievable moments, the growth I developed as a result of implementing the 60-40 summer rule shocked me. Like, truly, truly shocked me. That is one of the reasons why a summer Sunday morning routine and just a summer Sunday routine is so important, because it just allows you to really be present. It allows you to learn about you all over again. And girlie, you are top tier. Okay, you are top tier, and you deserve to know yourself all over again. You deserve to meet you all over again. You deserve to discover what you love, what you don't love, what interests you, what doesn't interest you, what your boundaries are, what your desires are, what your additional goals are, or goals you want to remove. You deserve all of that. And summer is the perfect time for that. Which leads me to my next point, and that is some rules that I have for myself in the summer, which I think can be very helpful for you. So the first summer rule I have is sunscreen. Extra sunscreen. Like, even if I think I have enough sunscreen, I still put on more. Another rule I have is reaching out to as many people as possible for brunch, for coffee, for dinner, for a trip. And doing this in the summertime is perfect because it's the, like, summer is the perfect time to catch up with everyone and to catch up about everything, right? And it's the perfect time to try out new meals. And I feel like food in the summertime it just hits different. You know, food in the summertime just hits different because the outfits hit different, because the vibes hit different. Like, there is something about the summer air, regardless of the weather around you in the summertime. Like, even if it's gloomy around you, there's just something about the summer vibes. There's just something about it, you know? And so reaching out to as many people as possible is such a wonderful thing to do in the summertime. And, you know, reaching out to old classmates, reaching out to old coworkers, reaching out to, you know, just anybody that like maybe pops in your head. Not that toxic ex, girlie, not that toxic ex. Do not. And the last rule I have for summer actually touches on our inner child and, you know, getting to know ourselves, which is creating a summer bucket list. And that's even if you don't complete any of it, even if you don't complete most of it, it's so fun to create a bucket list. And you can create a bucket list in so many different ways. Like, you can actually just get sticky notes. You can just rip a piece of paper and just write random things you want to do in the summertime or random places you want to go. So let's touch a little bit on the importance of having routines and rituals. There are two things I want to talk about when it comes to the importance of routines and rituals, especially summer Sunday morning rituals and routines. And the first thing is decreased stress. We live in a society, we live in a world where we're all stressed out. All of us, one way or another, we're all stressed out. And stress has been linked to so many diseases. It's been linked to mental health problems. It's been linked to a decrease in our mental wellness. It's been linked to a decrease in our physical health, you know, and being extremely stressed when the weather is so pretty, it's just not fair. Like, it's not fair. I understand, like, you know, there's that saying, life is not fair, but that's a different type of unfairness, you know? And having a morning routine and a morning ritual for yourself really helps reduce the chances of you stressing out. And even when you do get stressed, knowing that you have your routine means that your stress levels won't be as intense because you're able to look forward to that routine. The next thing I want to mention when it comes to the importance of having rituals and routines in the summertime is you get to learn more about yourself. And I've said it so many times, so girlie, you know what I'm gonna say. It is so important to know who you are. And the summertime really allows you to do that. You know, with more people taking vacations and with you taking a vacation as well, whether it's a staycation or you're going, you know, across the world, wherever you're going by yourself with others, you get to learn more about yourself. And I keep saying all these things is so perfect for summer because truly the summer is just perfect for so many things, but really for getting to know yourself again, you know, and getting to know yourself around this time is so important, especially with wintertime being the height of seasonal depression. So how do you actually develop a summer morning routine? And how do you develop one that is actually geared towards you? How do you develop one that is specific to you? The first thing you do is ask yourself what you want and what you don't want. Like, what do you want for you? Like, what, remember earlier at the start of the episode when we did our exercise, when I asked you, what is your ultimate summer morning routine? What does that look like? So since you know what your ultimate summer morning routine looks like, what are the things that you can actually implement this summer? And what are the things that you can remove this summer? And the last thing I want to mention when it comes to how you actually create your perfect or your ultimate summer Sunday morning routine is by actually tapping into Talks with Sae. So this summer, we are launching a email newsletter called the Sunday Edit. And the first Sunday Edit is coming out this Sunday, June 23rd at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this edit is all about how to create your ultimate summer Sunday morning routine. If you'd like to learn more, head over to our Instagram at Talks With Sae, and you'll see all about the Sunday Edit. I highly recommend signing up for it, because if you really want the summer to be yours, if you really want to get to know yourself all over again, if you really want this to be your best summer yet, you want to dive into the Sunday Edit. You want to tap into the Sunday Edit. It is a bi-weekly, summer-only newsletter. We don't spam you. I would never, please. Girlie, I have respect for you. And so, my girlie, our time tonight is going to come to an end here. I just want to reiterate the importance of having a summer Sunday morning routine. It is the perfect time to test out what you like, what you don't like when it comes to routines and rituals for yourself. And the how-to of all of that is on the Sunday Edit, which is coming this Sunday, June 23rd at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that's it for tonight's episode. If you've enjoyed this episode or you're enjoying the podcast, go ahead and tap on the subscribe button and leave me a review. You can also find me and Talks with Sae on Instagram at Talks with Sae. Thank you, my girlie, for joining me, and more importantly, thank you for existing. Until next time, self above else.